Hello everybody and welcome back to Belle's channel and to Belle's for Survival Guide. Today in the Far Harbour DLC we are going to be completing the Far Harbour DLC. So I've got my Dalgona, or Dalgona, however the hell you pronounce it, coffee, and I am ready to start this. So we're not doing cleansing the land at all because we want the most peacefulest option available. And basically the way life should be is the quest that we're going to do. So the real Captain Avery was murdered by Dima and they're in place with the Synth Duke. We know all this. When I do the proof of Dima's crimes, can have profound effect. So in the last episode, we of course, told some people, and basically Dima confronted them and he was killed no matter what option. So Dima will die if you follow that route. If you keep it a secret, Dima will not die. So let's go confront Dima about this matter. But before we do that, we also need to face the elephant in the room, or the very hidden Valentine in the room. And we need to speak to him about the proof we found that Dima was his brother.
Hey, Valentine.
Hey, when you were in Dima's memories, did you find anything? Any proof about
Yes,
what
we did.
really happened between us?
There's my coffee going. Yes, I found something.
Take a listen to this holotape, Nick. It's from the data we pulled off of Dima's memory banks.
All right, let me run this real quick. God, Dima really did help me escape the Institute? I wasn't just tossed out with the garbage. I must have still been in a haze from one of the Institute's experiments on me. Did I really attack him? Did he really knock the daylights out of me and leave me for dead? Damn it. Why can't I remember?
It's okay.
Take it easy, Valentine. People forget things. Especially after something traumatic, like what happened between you and Dima.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I wanted proof Dima and I had history, and I got it. Now I just gotta figure out what to do. Should I give him a chance? Try to accept him as my brother? He might just be the only other prototype synth that exists.
Give him a chance.
I think you'd regret it if you didn't try to get to know him better.
You're right. Maybe next time we swing by Acadia, I'll try to be a little nicer to the old synth. Try to make up for lost time. Thanks, by the way. I wouldn't know the truth without you. You see a lot of folks at their worst in my line of work.
So yeah, you do get a lot of affinity with Valentine during the Far Harbour quest, so obviously helping him discover a bit of his past without Nick as his own self, which he struggled with a lot, but he was always Nick Valentine. But yeah, he loves it if you help him with that, basically. To find his brother. Oh, a quest we didn't even know was gonna pop up.
I
Alright,
hope
let's
you
speak to
don't
Dima.
mind, but I had
Yes, we know you did this. We know you did
Chase
this.
shadow you. She saw you entering and leaving the
So,
nucleus.
Dima,
So,
look,
what was
show
in
me
my
we can
memory
talk.
banks?
I
Are
didn't
we
want to
closer
believe
to
you at first
resolving a
about us
conflict
being
on this island
brothers.
peacefully?
I should get going.
Of course.
Dima?
Did you need something?
Shit. Basically, he says, it's so glad to hear you want to be brothers again, Nick. That's basically all that happens. I'm sorry, I jumped the gun there. Anyway, so synth replacement.
Your memories led me to a...
What?
We're going to skip all this because we did all this.
You're a...
Maybe you're...
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm... If they knew I... And
Because
then
we saw this
without-
in the last
I
episode.
have an idea.
Alright, this is what we need to know.
There's still a way we can bring peace. But the fact that I've replaced a human with a synth must remain hidden.
Okay,
I'll
keep
keep your secret, Dima.
Thank you. Maybe the guilt will keep me focused.
It didn't seem to stop him before.
As horrifying as it might be to suggest, This memory you've recovered has given us a new option. If Far Harbor could be made more tranquil by our intervention, then perhaps the same trick will work twice on the children of Atom. We could replace High Confessor Tectus with someone willing to forgive Far Harbor and work towards reconciling.
Okay.
There must be another way we could make things right.
None that I can see. The authority of the High Confessor is absolute. The children of Atom won't see the need for peace unless he changes his mind.
If it means peace for the island. All right. Tell me the plan.
This will be difficult for both of us, but I think it's our only option. I'll need you to leverage your access to the High Confessor and lure him to a secluded location. You should be able to find a spot in the Bay's old command center where you can deal with him discreetly and hide the remains. Once your work is done, return here and the replacement will move in and take command.
Okay, we'll do it.
Okay. I'll do it. Any ideas on how I can get him alone?
Tectus lives in fear of being usurped by his predecessor Martin. Despite that, in all likelihood, Martin is dead. But if you somehow uncovered evidence of Martin's imminent return, I expect Tectus would be interested hearing all you know in private. All we have to do is manufacture Martin's uprising. To do so, I'll need raw material. Martin recorded many of our conversations. Those in the nucleus have certainly been destroyed, but I built a small refuge for Martin many years ago when he needed respite from the family. Go there and collect any tapes you can find. I'll begin work on our replacement. And here, I want you to have this as well, for what you've done for us.
Okay, so we need to... Ooh, Arcadia's shield. 39, 44, 39 ballistic damage, 44 energy, 1 agility, 1 intelligence, 1 endurance, and you can mod it. I like that. So he's basically taken the memory which would incriminate him. So after you've done this quest, you cannot... Obviously, I mean, it's quite short with Dima, but if you chose to like destroy Arcadia, then obviously that. I don't know whether if you do follow Far Harbor and destroy Arcadia, you would then follow the Children of Atom, or you can just do that on your own. I think in some way you could actually destroy all of them, to be fair. You could kill off Arcadia by making Far Harbor do it. You could then turn off Far Harbor's defences, and then you could also just launch the nucleus. So I think it would kind of either work, either way. Anyway, so we need to recover Martin's holotapes, which are over here, near Zephyr Ridge Camp, or the Glowing Grove, or Atom Spring, west of Atom Spring. So we'll pop there because I know it's the safest location. As I've said in previous videos, this isn't really an exploring of Fallout 4. I'm just trying to get the main quests done so that we can move on to the other DLCs, because obviously Fallout 4 came out yonks ago. I just kind of wanted to get it under my belt so we can start moving on to Fallout 76 again, which I haven't played in like a year. I will be doing videos on them very soon, and move on to other games. I've got tons of games lined up. I've got like Tomb Raider, The Last of Us 2 when it finally comes out. I've got The Witcher, which I've never ever played before. So, I've got a lot of games lined up, which I will be undoubtedly playing. But I just want to finish Fallout 4 first, which is taking forever because it is such a large game with countless, and I mean countless hours. even if I played it hundreds of times. No, not hundreds of times. I played it a dozen times to say the least, and I have almost certainly always found something new in this game. I always find something new. Sometimes it can just be minor, sometimes it can be quite big. It really just changes depending on how long I'm playing it for.
Don't move. It's all right. Don't move. It's all right.
Okay.
We playing hide?
Nimble Gore. Oh, I thought it said like Nuka Gore's rifle, and I just thought, oh my god. But no, it doesn't. Wasn't that. Anyway, so we don't really know a lot about the Confessor Martin. We knew High Confessor Martin and the now High Confessor Tectus were sent by Confessor Cromwell from Fallout 3 and Megaton to like basically spread their wings type of thing, and just come here basically, and then they found Atom's Holy Ground. Obviously this was Atom's Holy Ground because of the fog and whatnot. So yeah, and we knew he just started having problems with his faith. Some believe that Tectus killed him to take over, but others assumed, he just left, and he's undoubtedly dead. I wonder if he'll pop up in Fallout 5 if we ever get it. So, Atom above, I've lost them. Tectus screams for blood, and the children cheer. I beg for civility, and they whisper traitor behind my back. And I'm left to wonder what I might have done to deserve taking them away from me. But in the back of my mind, I know. Waning faith is an unintended fire. Fail to take care of it, and it cannot be rekindled. Thus, here I sit, thinking on embers, trying to summon the courage to do what I know I have put off for too long. So I shall step out that door, and when I do, my new life begins anew. But for the first time, O Radiant One, its path is out of your hands. What Atom requires.
I have to say, I'm surprised. I had assumed you and your followers would be more adamantly hunting for the sub's launch key.
I hope we haven't disappointed you too greatly. I'd hate to anger our landlord.
I believe I'll survive.
He sounds like a really old guy.
But am I mistaken? Does your god not require you die in a nuclear blast? Is that not why you've taken up imminently?
It's not a transaction, Dima. Adam requires nothing of us. He has granted us a chance to become something greater. To divide our weak mortal frames and bring life to millions of new worlds. We are simply accepting the opportunity his glow presents, whatever form it may take.
So if you found the launch key, you wouldn't use it.
That I don't know.
Are you afraid?
I'd be mad to say I wasn't, but we've made a home for ourselves here. Friends, a family.
A place you belong.
Exactly. The nucleus. It is a blessing of the truest order. It would be hard to leave such a gift, even if it is for another. But regardless, the key is lost. So until Adam sees fit to return it, I dare say you're stuck with us.
I believe I'll survive.
Okay. Now the next one, an execution.
Thank you for coming so quickly.
I heard about the execution. I can't believe they killed your missionary, Martin. I'm sorry.
Brother Andrews, a good soul. The fault is mine. If I'd realized things had become so tense in Bar Harbor, I would have never let him leave. They blame us for the fog overrunning the town, Dima. And now, the children. It's Tectus. He won't listen. He wants to prepare for war.
Do you believe the others will follow him?
Time was. I would have laughed at such a notion, but now... Andrews was beloved by many. It's brought out the worst in them. Fury, hate. It was tolerable when it was just Tectus. Dima, something must be done.
Exile?
Exodus. I think it's time you and I convince the citizens of Far Harbor to leave.
You can't be serious.
You know as well as I, they're not meant for this place. The fog grows thicker every year. How long before the condensers are finally overwhelmed? It's not banishment, Dima. It's mercy.
I'm sorry, Martin, but no. They have as much right to be here as you do.
Right. This place is trying to kill them. And now my people are at my throat because of the mess you created by allowing them to stay. And if you can't recognize that, then I suppose there's no reason for you to be here. I think you should go.
Martin, please. This can be solved in other ways.
Get out.
Very well. We'll talk again when you come to your senses.
Ooh, so that's how they stopped speaking. Okay, let's pop back to Dima. Oh shit, is there any...
You got nothing. Where did you get to?
Right, pop back to Dima then. It's taking longer than I thought. Okay, go, 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 go.
So, Dima, got a question. Why do you even call me Nick? Didn't you know me before the personality imprint?
We didn't have names inside the Institute. And after the personality experiments started, the only name you ever called yourself was Nick Valentine. If there's another name you'd prefer, I'd be happy to...
No, I like the name. When you wear something for a long time, it kind of seeps into you, you know?
Of course.
Okay. Speak to Dima.
Dima, I recovered the tapes from Martin's hideout.
Excellent. Yes. These look like they'll serve. Let me take a listen. Good to hear his voice again. Oh. Some grim material to work with. There. No pleasure in twisting the words of an old friend. But I believe Martin would understand. This tape should be sufficient to pique the High Confessor's interest in joining you in the command center. But Tectus is nothing if not wary. Earning his trust before approaching should help guarantee this all plays out more smoothly. You'll then have to dispose of the remains. Old maintenance shaft walls were never terribly well maintained. They should be able to serve your needs. Once you're done, return here and we'll send the replacement on his way. Now, are you ready to begin?
I'm ready.
Then I won't keep you any longer. Here, the tape. The fate of this island rests in our works.
Alright, so obviously you need to have done lots of missions for the Children of Atom, which we've already done, and gain the Confessor's trust. And I've done every quest that you can do with the Children of Atom, other than, of course, blow it up, or bring down Far Harbour's defences. So now we can literally just go to the Confessor and tell him, and replace him. Dun dun dun. We're like our own institute.
The world will see.
Why do you think the citizens of Far Harbor reject Adam?
Excuse me, High Confessor?
Greetings, my child. You know you've set quite the example here. True devotion to faith and family. Now, how may I serve?
I recovered a holotape. Confessor Martin is planning to come back and take over. We should come up with a plan, but not here. The command center tunnels should be far enough away from the rest of the children.
Martin? It can't. Play it. I want to hear that coward's voice.
Play Martin's New Age. Okay, let's listen to this. So obviously this is what Dima has compiled together, which is what we'll be doing for the last 10 minutes or so. Where is it? Martin's... Oh, there it is. I was expecting it to say something now.
Tectus' time is over. Nucleus must prepare for a new order. Mine. I can't believe it. He's alive. None of the other children can know about this. The command center, you said. I'll ensure we aren't disturbed.
Alright, so this is where you go to retrieve Dima's memories, if you can remember. So basically go this
The
way,
High Confessor's word is the word
up
of
here.
God. Remember that.
Cool. Oh,
Gwyneth. Grand Zealot Richter convinced the High Confessor to show mercy. I can stay as long as I remain faithful. I can barely believe it.
cool. That freaks me out.
Hello? Are you there? Now, where are you? Ah, there you are. Now,
And you're sure
you needn't worry. Martin has...
Dima sends his...
Dima! You will know judgment! I bleed...
I'm so gonna take his clothing. And then you need to hide the evidence by going over here and basically hiding him in the wall. Because nobody comes in this bit anyway. So that's where it is. Yeah, no one will find that, surely. Until you can smell it decomposing. Then again, I imagine this world does not smell that nice anyway. So now we get out. And now we go back to Dima.
Adam, keep you.
It sounds like quite the experience, but I'm glad to know there will be peace on the island again.
Atom's vision was clear on the matter. I must thank you again for sheltering me while under its sway.
Think nothing of it. You're welcome to stay as long as you like.
You are too kind, Dima. I should only need just a little more fresh air.
What do you think of Acadia, Nick?
Well, living in a scientific observatory wouldn't exactly be high on my list of comfortable spots. At least that fog is far enough below.
I was talking more about our ideals. Synths as their own way of life. Not hiding from what they are.
Kind of easy for you to say that, though, isn't it? You and I, we can't pretend to be anything else.
That just means we're in the perfect position to help our kind. We can be the example in the face of adversity.
I'm not looking to be anyone's example. You help who needs help. It doesn't have to be more than that.
Hey, Dima.
I suppose you've heard the news? The High Confessor's had a vision. Atom demands peace.
It's been dealt with, yes.
Excellent.
I'm starting to envy Dima. This whole situation makes me wish I could erase my memories too.
Peace can finally come to the island. It's a heavy burden what we've done. But now the nucleus, Far Harbor, and Acadia will all flourish together. Are you all right?
It was the right thing to do.
It was necessary. Hope for a better future. That will be the judge of our actions. I'll handle things from here. I'll arrange talks between the children of Atom and Far Harbor. They will learn to prosper together under our guidance. The children will revel in their irradiated bastion. The Harbormen will continue to survive and reclaim what the fog has taken from them. And my people will remain safe. Here, for all you've done. You should also pay a visit to the nucleus. I believe the High Confessor will want a word with you. And of course, you are welcome in Acadia whenever you like. After all, where would we be without you?
In the end,
Gather, brothers and sisters. Gather to hear his word.
Your Pip-Boy doesn't sound pleased. Let's say we get out of here.
Peace. In the throes of a brilliant vision, he spoke, and now I obey. Atom demands peace. With Far Harbor, with Acadia, within our family. And any found disobeying Atom's word will answer for their crimes. Let none stand in the way of his radiant will. Glory to Atom! Glory to Atom!
Excuse me, High Confessor?
You. I knew it. I knew it was you. In my vision. There, beside our brilliant master. Here, you must have this. It only seems right it's worn by his favored child.
Sorry, I didn't realise my mic was off. So yeah, if you do take the peaceful option, you will get all the rewards. So, and this is actually better than the one you get if you destroy Far Harbour. That's 40 damage, 40 energy resistance, 15 energy resistance as well, an additional 15 damage resistance. So yeah.
High Confessor.
Harmony will be maintained on the island.
Or else. Yeah, so now we're going to go speak to Far Harbour and a few people there. We might actually just have a quick word with Richter while we're here, the Zealot. Just to see whether it, with the effects of the other characters.
Excuse me, Grand Zealot?
Fine work returning Sister Gwyneth to the fold. Was there something you needed?
Brother Edgar. Ooh, sorry, this
Was
is
there
about
something between you and Sister Gwyneth?
No. She's simply a good woman. If a touch odd. Type who always managed to turn up a cache of mirelurk eggs on beaches you thought were clear. Bringing her back to Adam.
I heard you were the last one to see Brother Edgar. What happened?
Edgar? Crawler got him. Happens sometimes. Nothing more to it.
You seem different from most of the people here. Why is that?
Brazen thing, aren't you? All right.
Knew it.
I was a soldier before I came to Adam.
Brother of
Lieutenant
Steel.
Brian Richter. Recon, Capital Region. Had been in a long-term scouting mission up north when we picked up the trail of a reserve of fusion cores from an old disposal facility. We'd made our way into the containment cellar. Only our team engineer hadn't set the door locks right. 15 inches of lead-wrapped steel slammed shut behind us and locked tight. Not to open again until division. And I got to watch them all crumble and die while I lasted on 2 sips of water a day and the occasional roach. The High Confessor. He was still a zealot back then. He eventually turned up a couple weeks later. They cracked the seal on the door, pulled me out, dragged me back here, where the Arcanist nursed me back to health. It's only thanks to Adam's blessing that I didn't die. Vomiting my guts onto the floor, forced to eat my own shedding hair. Now, did you have any other questions?
Yeah, soldier with what army?
You were a soldier? With what army?
They called themselves the Enclave. They were a force to be reckoned with in their day, but now... Well, it's been a long time since then. I serve Adam now.
Cool.
Are there any
Nothing formal. But you...
Nothing for now.
Fine.
Cool. So that's his story.
Excuse me, Archimist?
Peace in Adam's kingdom.
Such a strange event.
My.
Can't imagine what kind of revelation it was to turn the High Confessor off wiping out Far Harbor.
So yeah, that's what just happens. They just say, oh, wonder what this change is all about. Let's go to Far Harbour.
with Far Harbor. If it is the will of Adam.
Cool. Okay, where are we? No, Far Harbour. Oh, here we go.
Food, stim packs, fully stocked.
Oh, Brooke, shut up.
Now everyone, quiet. High Confessor Tectus, the leader of the Children of Adam, has made a formal peace with us.
You believe him?
I do. He said it was a vision from Adam. And if you know anything about them, you know how serious that is.
But those missionaries of his...
They won't be a problem.
Fresh shipment in.
He's keeping them
All
clear
your
of Far
medical and
Harbor.
food needs.
No more preachers coming.
So they just going to forgive what Alan's done?
They're, well, God commanded them to let that go. So, yeah, I think they've forgiven us. So they'll stay on their part of the island, and we'll stay on ours. That's all.
Don't let the island catch you off guard. Buy my guns.
I need to talk to you. Tectus wasn't specific, but he said that you were an instrument of Adam's will. Because of you, I think we have a real chance of peace here.
I wish you both well.
Truly, we don't deserve you. Once the fog recedes, and given time, it always does, we'll take our island back. And that's thanks to you.
Big Chop's got everything you need.
Woo! Alan Lee.
The fog's poison, on account of the
Alan?
Children of Adam.
You need some firepower?
How's it going?
Whatever.
Ooh, he's not happy. He's really, like, enraged, that bloke. That bloke needs some anger management lessons. Okay, so that was bringing peace to Far Harbour. Mariner, you got anything?
Hey, Mariner. This peace with the Children of Adam seems a little too good to be true.
It is a little bit. But yeah, so that was bringing peace to the island and between Far Harbour, Acadia, and the Children of Atom. In the next episode, we are going to officially finish the Far Harbour DLC and go back to the Nakano's residence where it all started and but this time we will be bringing back Kasumi. Thank you for watching so far. This is Belle, and I hope you join me for the last episode of the Far Harbour DLC. Goodbye.